Hello friends, today we will discuss elasticity of demand with examples so that even a layman can understand. Elasticity of demand is a simple way to measure how much the quantity of something people buy changes when something about the product changes, like its price, people's income, or price of similar products. So we can take an example of a rubber band. If it stretches a lot with a small pull, it is elastic. If it barely stretches, it is inelastic. So we will discuss elasticity of demand with simple examples. Elasticity of demand tells us how sensitive people are to changes in the things like price. If a small change in price causes a big change in how much people buy, demand is elastic. If a big price change doesn't affect how much people buy, demand is inelastic. So there are three main types of elasticity. First is price elasticity of demand. It says how much does the quantity bought change when the price changes. Income elasticity of demand. It says how much does the quantity bought change when people's income changes. Then comes cross price elasticity of demand, which says how much does the quantity bought of one product change when the price of another product changes. So we will discuss one by one. Price elasticity of demand. This measures how much the amount of product people buy changes when its price goes up or down. So example of elastic demand is, suppose we are buying a specific brand of coffee like Starbucks. If the price of Starbucks coffee goes from $4 to $6, we can say that's too expensive and buy less or switch to a cheaper brand like Dunkin'. This means demand for Starbucks coffee is elastic because a small price increase causes a big drop in purchases. You can think of luxury items or things with many substitutes like soda brands or snacks. If the price goes up, people can easily switch to something else. Inelastic demand. Example, now we think about gasoline. If the price of gas goes from $3 to $4 per gallon, we may say it is irritating, but we will probably still buy it because it is needed to drive to work. So the quantity now purchased is not going to change much. So the demand for gas is inelastic. Things like medicine, basic foods like bread, milk, or utilities like electricity are often inelastic because people need them no matter the price. Second comes income elasticity of demand. This measures how much the amount of a product people buy changes when their income goes up or down. Normal goods example, suppose we get a raise at work. So we have more money, we might decide to buy more expensive clothes like designer jeans instead of basic ones. As our income rises, we buy more of these normal goods. So demand is elastic to income. Most things we buy, like better food, electronics, or vacations, are normal goods. Inferior goods example, now imagine if we lose our job and money is tight. We might stop buying name brand cereal and switch to a cheaper and generic brand. As our income falls, we buy more of these inferior goods because they are affordable. This is also elastic but in the opposite direction. Examples include instant noodles, used clothes, or discount store products. Then comes cross price elasticity of demand. This measures how the demand for one product changes when the price of another product changes. It depends on whether the products are substitutes. Substitutes are those goods which can be used one instead of the other, or complements or complementary goods which are used together. So substitute examples. Price of Pepsi goes up from rupees 10 to rupees 20 per bottle. Now we may decide to buy Coca-Cola instead of Pepsi because it's still at rupees 10. The demand for Coca-Cola goes up when the Pepsi price rises. So these are substitutes with positive cross price elasticity. Another example is butter versus margarine or Uber versus Ola. Complementary examples. Imagine the price of printers goes up. We may buy fewer ink cartridges because we are less likely to buy a printer. Printers and ink are complements used together. So when the price of one goes up, demand for the other goes down. This is negative cross price elasticity. Another example, hot dogs and buns or phones or phone cases. Why does this matter? Elasticity helps businesses and governments to understand how people will react to changes. For example, if a store raises the price of an elastic product like chocolate, they might lose a lot of sales, so they have to be careful. If a government taxes an inelastic product like cigarettes, people will still buy them. So the tax will bring in a lot of money without changing behavior much. Plastic. We are picky. If our favorite ice cream gets pricier, we will switch to another brand or skip it. Inelastic, we need it. If our prescription medicine price goes up, we will still buy it because we have no choice. Income. More money, more fancy stuff like normal goods. Less money, more budget stuff, inferior goods. Cross price, if the price of our morning bread goes up, we may switch to flour bread substitutes, but if coffee prices rise, we might buy fewer coffees or milk. We will buy fewer milk because coffee and milk are complementary. But by understanding elasticity, we can see why people make certain buying choices and how businesses decide on prices.